Okay, so friggin' it's friggin' morning time in Inwoods. Got a few friggin' Ducknall and friggin' shirt orders, so friggin' mailing that horse shit off, and hopefully friggin' Pug One's got different things in the mailbox for him, because him's loves that kind of big time. But just gonna split some wood today and work on some chapters. I think I'm waiting for a phone call. It's one of them phone calls that could friggin' change the rest of your friggin' cigarette, boys. But or it could just be another phone call. So anyways, let's check out what we got. Oh, friggin' right, I got a little fancy panther there, and I got something from the IRS and the friggin' Americas, so that's not good. But then I got a little box from the BCs, so friggin' rights. Friggin' rights, it's not too bad out for temperature, not too warm, not too cool, but it's just windier as a for friggasacker out, for fuck's sake. So anyways, I'm gonna just split some wood and different things and wait for my phone call, and then we'll cheech. Alright, so I got half the friggin' pile cigaretted anyway and stacked up and whatnot, but it's starting to friggin' rain out now, so that's more Oster's frig. But I probably had, well, no probablys about it, I just had the friggin' most awesomerest friggin' phone call I ever friggin' could have had. But you probably can't hear me right now because of the wind, so I'll go inside and, well, I'm not going to tell you about it, but I'll give you some comparisons. So onwards, now that you can hear me a little better, if you were like an animator or something and you really friggin' liked, Star Wars movies or something, and next thing you know, you got friggin', George Lucas on the phone for friggasack. Or it'd be like if Gasoline got a call from friggin' Mario Math Dreddy saying, "No, I seen your race car, bro. Friggin', can you want to build me one and stuff?" He'd probably be like, "Yeah, I do." But anyways, boys, friggin', I don't know what I should do next. I really got to get on this friggin' transmission, but like I was going to use one of these stupid things and just like cut my own keyway into it and drill some holes into it and turn a bit of it on the lathe so that it would fit in there. But that's kind of chintzy. So this is what I'm thinking. These old shitty rims, they're 12-inch rims and stuff, and they're really no good for nothing. I mean, if you're wanting to build like an off-road friggin' cigarette, they might do the trick or whatever. But I got a bunch of these 12-inch rims and stuff, so not a big deal. I'm gonna just plasma cutter out that center, and then it's already 1-inch friggin' keyed friggin' cigarette, and I can turn it on the lathe so that's exactly the length that I need it, in accordance with to be, the centering cigarette for inside the bullshit gear. And yeah, and I think that'll be more heavy duty and more Osner's frig probably, and then we can cheech. And instead of friggin' welding it, drilling holes in it and like plug welding it to the friggin' shaft, I think I'm just gonna top friggin' holes and run the keyway right through that whole thing, and then that will stop the keyway from cigaretting back and forth and maybe chewing up the friggin' bushing. Or, because you can see the other thing too is, see, I got the washer on this side. Each transmission come with one of these washers, and it's supposed to go on this side because you can see we got some clearance issues here. So if this ball gear moved over, another friggin' 1/8 of an inch or however much that is, we're going to be able to get, some friggin' clearance between that and this friggin' new Fanty Panther that I just friggin' got and don't want all chewed up. So yeah, and you can see, I don't know if you can make it out, but you can see the wear on this friggin' gear here is just cigaretted over about the width. Where are we here? About the width of that friggin' washer, right? So the washer's just going to go on the other side, but that's why we do a dry fit before we start just clopping friggin' grease in there and different things. Beg my pardon. Holy shit, I don't feel very good, but I just friggin' plasma cutted the shit out of the center of that rim, and my goodness, look what I did on my floor. That looks like something out of the space cigarette. Holy shit. But anyways, I'm getting asphyxiated, man. That's just dicked. But I just friggin' hacked away at it. Shut this garbage off. But oh my goodness, that's kaif. So onwards, friggin' everybody seems to get a kick out of them friggin' dicker'd friggin' shirts, so I was gonna give one away. But I gotta go through a bunch of movies and shit and friggin' find really hilariousness, and it's just, 1,200 some videos. It's like, holy shit, right? So I figure you guys probably know of a really hilarious Pug One video, like one that you remember as being like your the most hilarious one you ever did, Sant, right? Obviously, I know about the jump videos, I was there, blah, 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 but there's friggin' 1,200 plus friggin' just regular old everyday videos that got some hilarious parts in them. So friggin' what I'm thinking is just leave a comment, and all it has to be is the link to the video of Pug Ones that you think is the most awesomest and hilariousness, and it'll be more awesome as frig. And then after a few days or a week or something, I'll friggin' go back into the comments there, and I'll pick a dick for a friggin' shirt. It'll be more awesome as frig. And it'll pretty much be, you know, the guy who posts a comment of the video that I thought was hilarious and forgot about. Probably, because friggin', you know, I know about a few pretty hilarious ones, you know, like Enter the Bumpy. You know, that was too recent though. We're talking, you know, this has friggin' been going on for 5 years. I'm pretty well just trying to piece together like about a 20-minute friggin' video of just pure hilariousness, and obviously add all the jumps in it too, but you know, all the jumps is probably only 4 or 5 minutes worth of video, right? And I already got one of them vidges. I need one that's just, you know, the funnier shit. But anyways, friggin' enough of that horse shit. We'll get on this friggin' transmission here. I don't want to friggin' cock around with it until I get that center cigarette done. I got to switch a couple pieces around anyways. But yeah, so see if we can come over here and breathe yet. My goodness, that was just filthy. Man. That's still pretty clean too. Frig sack. So that rim's cheeched. But I took the grinder to it too. Ow, whoo! That's hotter as frig. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm all over the place for frig sack. I just scraped and cigaretted that friggin' arbor press or whatever and got it in the sandblaster, but then I was like, oh yeah, transmission, apologize. But so anyways, this is what I'm doing. I got the friggin' bull cigarette out of there. I got her sort of somewhat lined up. You can see the keyway in there. You can see I put the washer on the right side now. That's my Western's frig, so I got that little bit of clearance that I need beside that gear and whatnot. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to turn down that piece so that it fits between here and here perfect, and then I'm going to put like 2 set screws in the top so that I'll put it together like this. Make sure that I got equal amounts of shaft sticking out both ends, get it all in place, put those set screws in, take it out, pull all that off, put the bow gear back together, cigarette it all together, and then we cheeched, right? But so yeah, frig sack. Well, this is just friggin' taking forever. It's so friggin' off cigaretted, like, you know, because I had to hack it out of that friggin' room or whatever, right? And I just cleaned up the friggin' weld and friggin' just been, you know, because the end's on such an angle, if I come in from the end to try to face that, it's just like zonk, and it just wants to bust my shit in half. So I'm just trying to cigarette it off a little bit at a time to get that face somewhat, you know, it's even. It doesn't mean, you know, it's not necessarily going to be flat, but it'll be even, so then I can come in from the end, face it, and then we can go for our length. But every time I got to take such a small amount, and then when I cigarette it, it's like for frig a sack, because I can't stick it in the chuck any further, so I just got the tippy sticking in there, and the friggin' whole spiel dangling out, so that ain't no good for nothing. So this is just taking for friggin' ever. Alright, so I just finally got it friggin' somewhat cigaretted. You can see there's just a tiny little gap right in there. So, frig sack, I don't want to, but I'm going to take it all apart, put it back in the lathe, and just cigarette the ever slightest little cigarette off of there. I don't even know if you can make that out or not. Oh, there you go. You can see the little friggin' cigarette of light right through the twain. But so that's the only schlack we got to take up, but it's better too big than too small, because we can always make her smaller, but we can't make her bigger. So onwards. Alright, so that's my piece. I got the friggin' cigarettes all lined up perfect, and so that's where she be. I got the friggin' holes tapped and cigaretted. I got the key in there. I got some friggin' red cigarette butt juice and 2 little for frickasackers. So I'm just going to friggin' cinch this son of a bitch down to the shaft, and we'll see if she sticks. Just like what? Yeah. Alright, so I got apart for the most part anyways, friggin' I just got to friggin' clean all the smuts off the frickasackers here. But, oh dick. That wasn't supposed to fall under there. But I've already friggin' dropped pieces on the ground and friggin' mis-cigaretted stuff, so I gotta go look at the other transmission for a second, and then we'll cheech. So there's how the shifter works. It's just friggin' a little for frig sacker slides these friggin' for frig sackers up and down the shaft there. I got too carried away. Friggin' cigared it, but yeah, so I'll just clean all that up and we'll grease the shit out of this and we'll stab her back together. And broke down even further. There's the friggin' the shaft. And there's the little shifting keys. And you can see the end of mine are a little bit dicked. So frig sack. I think I better just get some new ones before I frig around. I don't know. Son of a bitch. Okay, I think I almost friggin' got it. Just gotta finagle that. A little bit cockeyed in there. That one in there a little more. Wiggle that one over. Oh, son of a bitch, just go, please. Oh, there's a problem. There. Ta-da! Friggin' right. No cheeched. Alright, so we got the reverse gear back on with the chain and everything. So I'm going to sort of try to keep these in order. This is neutral. It's just like a two-piece tapered. It's like a two-piece tapered for frigisacker. So that guy goes on there. That guy goes on there. And then when the shifter's in the middle, that means it's in neutral. And that's between reverse and first. Like what? So then this guy is first. Let me just freaking clean that up. Get a little poop on there. A little poop, little poop. And then slide that guy on there too. And then we got a little washer thing. Put some oil on it, grease on it. Alright, well, it's pretty much back together. Just got a friggin' packer full of grease. Cinch her down, boys. Should be more us than there's frig, probably. Everything moves free. Let's pack her up, cinch her down. That looks like a good amount. So we'll just keep flopping her in here. pushing her down. Of course, this is the top now. It was originally meant to be the bottom. Otherwise, I probably would have put, you know, gear oil into it, but yeah, gear oil ain't gonna stay in there with the top being the bottom in accordance with it's just gonna friggin' run out all over the place. But that should probably do her for the grease. So we're friggin' pretty much ready to stab her back together. Then we cheeched. All right, so I got the cigarette gear in there or whatever, and I just wanted to show you the friggin' end play. Just want to show you the end play. None end play. So I just cobbled up some washers and some different spacers on the back side of this guy. There's a friggin' thrust bearing in there and stuff too, but yeah, just take up a little of the slack, beg my pardon. But so yeah, we should be ready to stab this guy back on there. I can't friggin' turn that for the life of me. Put this friggin' center on there. There we go. That's sharp. Frig sack. So the last friggin' stovepiper is just this little ball. Whit! Goes in whit, and then whit. Goes in whit. And I should have put some grease in there, so frig sack. But I got some in the, down on the for frig's sakes here anyway, but just put a little friggin' cigarette butts worth in there. Stuff her down in there. And put in the Allen cigarette. Oh, friggin' rights, boys. So that's how she's gonna mount up in the friggasacker. Beg my pardon. But yeah, it friggin', it's just nice. Everything friggin' moves inside the way it's supposed to. I got room for my brake and my friggin' hub, and then I just got like a little spacer on my hub, and then of course the key whale cigarette all the way down from the cigarette to the friggasacker, and yeah, that's more awesome than friggin' than we cheeched. So I got the other trammy all friggin' cigarette and then some proper friggin' what's it there? What is it called? Son of a bitch. My pliants. Solvent, that's what it is. Frig a sack. But anyways, friggin' we got the one back together, so now I can friggin' clean this one up. This one's just gonna be regular, no friggin' change the diffy, but you know, maybe sooner or later I will. This is coming along good too. I'm really friggin' digging how this is gonna fit. It's gonna be some work getting this front end friggin' on there or whatever, but that should be friggin' awesome. I don't know which way to go, boys, whether I should start banging away on the Ford or friggin' banging away on this one. I think this one's gonna be the easier of the two, to be honest with you. Be honest with you. But all the work I just put into this trammy here, frig sack, I kinda wanna build the Ford now. Anyways, boys, it's friggin' 10:15. I got 5 minutes of battery left on my camera, so that's probably gonna be about it for tonight, boys. So anyways, the new shirts and different things are all up on the website now, so you can go to friggin' onepickup.com and get your decals and your hose and your nuts and your gibberish and your hats and your sweaters and your bullshit and your friggin' dicker'd shirts and whatnot, and then we cheech. But anyways, boys, don't forget to like, share, favorite the movie, helps plug on big time, pug on unless I kind big time. But anyways, there you go, another Dicker'd Pug 1 production. So until tomorrow.
Don't let the watchers get you.